Justin, you're loving this event, man. What is it like putting this thing together? This is something that takes quite a bit of work.
52 weeks of the year, I'll tell you that. And all I said, it's a 100% nonprofit group, and we have 26 committee members on this. We have over 1,000 volunteers that will help put this festival on. That's the German stage behind us, and Molly B, you will see her later. She is very famous in the polka world. So, hey, when the Cardinal Cowboy comes out here, you know you made it big. So we're excited to have you. We had Mike Elam, St. Charles County Councilman, we're very blessed with him in that position. So, you know, where else you want to go? We got Napleton Cars behind us. You know, they're a big sponsor. I want to give a shout out to Fastlane also. Fastlane Convenience Stores, they're a big corporate sponsor, and we really appreciate them and the Baker family, so thank you very much.
Well, you're right. Appreciate it, Justin. The truth is, I only show up when there's about 45,000 people. Busch Stadium, we're going to have about that many here today. How you doing?
Good.
And so, check it out. Great fun. You don't want to miss this Oktoberfest. Come on down. Still going on today till 10 o'clock? 11 o'clock?
11 o'clock tonight, and tomorrow, please come. You'll see Brandon McAmee, the End is Near, so Let's Drink Beer group. We're doing a big fundraiser for 3 nonprofits for suicide prevention and mental health. So that would be the Liam Michael Foundation, the Light Project STL, and the Kauffman Fund for vets. So it's a big event. All proceeds for all the tips raised will go to those organizations. So thank you.
All right, everybody. Appreciate you staying tuned for more. We're going to show you a little bit more of this, and we'll be back. See ya.
Thank you.
All right. What's going on? Good to see you.
What's up? Getting ready to do some highlights of some charities. Get him. The drive-by boys up here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the fun begins and ends right here, Oktoberfest. What an event. When you have great organizations that come together to do great things, they really help a lot of people. I'm standing here with Brandon McAmee. Did I say it right?
First try.
First try.
Not bad.
This guy started a group called The End is Near, so let's drink beer. Helps everybody deal with this little world and celebrate and get to know each other. And today you're actually working with 3 different charities that you're helping to raise money for. Talk about why you're here and what's going on.
So the Faust family, they put on Oktoberfest, and in my opinion, the best in the Midwest, down here in St. Charles. And Justin Faust, one of my really good friends, he said, hey, let's partner up. He sees the things that the beer family, we call it, and this beer, so let's drink beer, is doing. And
right there.
He said, you know, let's get together and let's see if we can raise some money for some good causes. So we did a little bit of interviewing and some vetting, and we found 3 really good, solid nonprofits that are local: the Kauffman Fund, Liam Michael, and the Light Project. All 3 of them were created to prevent or to bring awareness to mental health, to dedicated to the prevention of suicide. And they're all nonprofits that were created from loss. So came together and said, let's throw a party, let's do what we do. We come out, we have a big party, we drink a bunch of beer, we raise a bunch of money. That's what we do.
Well, you've got 3 awesome charities that are doing an incredible job. Tell us a little bit about them. I know Wayne Kauffman personally from the Kauffman Foundation. Awesome stuff they do.
Oh yeah.
Help with former vets and all. Tell us about some of the other stuff the other guys are doing.
The Light Project, that was created from Kennedy. She had her own personal experiences with mental health. And she like she said up on stage, she said, you see all these people that you know that are suffering, and you hear about maybe they lose their battle with it. She said, how many people do I know that I don't know, you know what I mean, that are dealing with this? So she really took that on, and she's doing a great job. And then Liam Michael Foundation, that is the mother of Liam who passed away due to losing his battle with mental health. So,
well, a leader in the community, somebody that's doing a great job to help bring light to a lot of important topics, also helping people to enjoy and appreciate life. How many times we talk about how bad the day was or whatever hurdle we had to overcome, and they say, hey man, but I still got my friends on Cardinal Nation or on Let's Drink a Beer and make the best out of our little world.
And I want to give a shout out not to just the Faust family, obviously they helped a lot too, but the entire Oktoberfest committee. Thank you for letting us come out here. Thank you for letting us partner with you. And thank you to everybody that came out and donated. Look at this crowd. Look at them all.
Amazing crowd here.
Thank you to everybody.
They said about 150,000 people they said have been down here. So it's quite the event. And I want to give out a particular shout out to my buddy. I'm working with another kid now he just came out of a coma. His name's Cole. He and I are now coma brothers. Cole was in a coma for 3 weeks, and he's got a great attitude, great recovery he's making here. He's going to change the world because now Cole has earned his superpowers, and that's what we want to do is empower those kinds of people, and that's what you do.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what we get to do.
Thank
All right,
you.
everybody. Stay tuned for more. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
All right, let's go Cardinals. Get up. All right, tons of awesome organizations that get help down here at the Oktoberfest. The Kauffman Fund. I've been working with Wayne and the Kauffman Fund for many years. Incredible work they do. Gary,
Yes.
we've been buddies for a long time too.
Yeah,
You're
long
running
time.
the show here
Yeah.
now. What's it like? Why are you guys here?
So we're here because Justin Faust, who is putting on this event, asked the Kauffman Fund to come down and be one of the organizations that speaks on mental health awareness. Because that's what, there's the Liam Michaels Foundation, the Light Project, and the Kauffman Fund. And they're all getting donated by this QR code here. It goes 2 weeks after the event. So if anybody wants to donate and help with mental health awareness here in St. Louis, we'd love that. And so I'm a veteran that the Kauffman Fund helped. In 2018, I was homeless, living out of my car, and went to the Kauffman Fund .net, told them my story, and Wayne literally helped me get my VA benefits. The director of the VA healthcare system actually called me personally and told me that she was going to approve my VA benefits. And within a week, I had that in my checking account, and that changed my life, and the Kauffman Fund saved my life. And so about 3 months ago, Wayne asked me to start taking over for him because he wanted to step back and retire. And he asked me to be the director of operations for the Kauffman Fund. So here I am down in Oktoberfest, trying to raise money for veterans and mental health awareness.
Awesome. Great job they do here, Gary. Keep up the good work.
Yes.
Hey, stay tuned for more. We're going to highlight some other good organizations. Get up. All right, I'm with Kennedy from the Light Project STL. Kennedy, tell us why you're here and what your organization does.
We're the Light Project STL. We are for mental health and suicide prevention. We are helping kids in the community, adults in the community talk about mental health and break the stigma.
So there's a lot of kids. Give me some of the stats with regard to how many people out there that need help. A lot of things people don't really realize.
There's lots of stats. I don't know all of them off the top of my head because they're constantly changing, but I do know that we lose over 130 Americans every day to suicide. It's a constant problem. I think after COVID, we're seeing a lot of increases in it just for a number of reasons in both our youth and adults. But I do know that 90% of people that die by suicide have a diagnosable and treatable condition when they pass, and that we can help those people. We can reach them. It's just how do we get to more people? How do we educate more people?
I think it's an average of around, I've done some research with regard to this, anywhere between 20 and 60,000, about an average of about 40,000 people every year commit suicide.
Yes.
And it's just a terrible thing because so often they just lose light of what the light you're providing here to help them realize it's going to get better, they can make it, and what you're doing to help them is awesome.
They get just like in this dark place, depression, it can become so overwhelming, mental illness can be so overwhelming, and so what we're doing is trying to be that light for people. How can we show them that light in the dark, help them find their way out? Because there is hope, there is a way out, but when you're stuck in that hopelessness, it's just so hard to find your way out of it. So anyway, any tools we can give people to find that way out.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Kennedy, the Light Project St. Louis. We'll be back for more. Giddy up. Okay, we're here with the Liam Michael Foundation. This is Lisa. Lisa, tell us what your organization does. People with mental issues, mental health.
Right. The foundation was born out of the loss of my son Liam. He battled depression and anxiety from a little boy, about 4th grade. And we had him until he was about 6 weeks shy of his 19th birthday. So he battled all those years with these illnesses. He seemed to be medication resistant. He was in counseling. We thought we were doing everything right. But basically, he ran out of hope. And when you run out of hope, it's a dangerous place to be treading. So at the Liam Michael Foundation, we seek to educate people in mental illnesses, suicide awareness, the signs and symptoms, what to look for, try to offer them resources through counseling, mental health services. We want to get to them. We also have raise funds for kids who take their life 18 and under for funeral expenses, but we want to get to them before they need our funeral expenses. So we offer counseling and mental health resources. It's a big social dilemma right now, mental health and mental wellness. It's going to take a cultural coming together to change the way the mental health is viewed in our society and the way mental health victims and patients are treated. Liam wasn't treated very well in our mental health care system. And I reach out and speak on behalf of him and on behalf of what the changes I think need to be made. We do grief counseling and grief conferences. So it's a foundation born out of love for the loss of Liam, who was just wanting to have one good day.
I appreciate that. For somebody who's been through something myself, I was in a coma, lucky to survive, all kinds of counseling. It was very easy for me to have gone the wrong direction, and I was very fortunate to have good support. So many kids, I think, need more of that these days to help them get through it.
You're absolutely right. We need to be able to say, we need to focus on mental wellness. We need to be talking about it because children are taking their lives younger and younger, and it's not going away and it's not getting easier.
All right. We appreciate what you have to say. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help you guys.
Thank you.
And get a hold of us. We'll be back for more, everybody. Get in.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. You know the event's a lot of fun when the Boathouse crew shows up. The owners of the Boathouse and North Shore Marina, my buddy Rich and Tony.
Hey
Guys. Why did you guys decide to come down here to the Oktoberfest?
Because first of all, we have to support Brandon McNamee, and then our guys, Sean Howard, Michael Bouquet, and Anthony Russo. You have to support our guys.
Huge event, lots of fun people down here. Great cause. The charities they're working with really make it neat, don't they?
Huge, yes.
Do you know some of these charities they're working with today?
We do.
Tell me what you like about them.
Okay, so mental health is so huge, and it keeps growing and growing, and we believe that they are doing the right things here, so we want to donate and give back. And to do that, we came to the tent to give a whole bunch of money away.
Well, Rich is one of the best drummers in North America over here. Tony runs the restaurant that is exceptional, the one you got to go to if you're going to go up in the Mississippi. We're just proud you guys are here today and enjoy the fun with us.
We thank you so much.
All right.
Cheers, all.
Stay tuned for more, everybody. Your little castle show. Giddy up.
Thank you.
It's over here. You can see everybody's tons of food, festivities, and man, lots of fun for the kids. We're going to walk by. Here's the bouncy house, and we've got some kids we know in the bouncy house. And we're helping it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we get to do some exciting videos about some cool and very interesting people, businesses, and all kinds of different culture and even some artistic stuff. So this is something that caught our attention. We went to the St. Charles Fair walking around the home show, talking to different people, and you caught Dawn's attention, I know. And when we started talking, you're like, wow, it would be really cool to have you on our show to talk about what you've got here. So everybody give a warm welcome to Tom Davis. This is Tom's Fire Pits. These things are absolutely beautiful. We've got a roll of 5 of these. We're gonna put in some of our B-roll here, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gorgeous fire pits. Tom, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, tell me, how did you get into this? What is it that compelled you to say, someday when I grow up, I wanna make beautiful, artistic fire pits?
My sister around 10 years ago asked for me to make her a fire pit. I grew up drawing all my life, and so she was like, I want a personalized art-filled fire pit. And so my dad and I got 2 ends of propane tanks and welded them together, made a ball, and I drew our family. I drew 2 horses rearing, that would be like dad and mom, and then us 3 kids running in the background. And so I did a horse fire pit for my first fire pit about 10 years ago.
And before that, and for a long time, you've been a missionary, is that true?
Yes, I've been a missionary full-time since 1991, so a little over 30 years.
And then this is something you said, hey, I think I can change careers or add this to your repertoire of things you do, and now you go around helping people have beautiful landscape yards. It look awesome because they have. There's no fire pit you'll ever find like this anywhere.
They're one of a kind. Each one is one of a kind and hand drawn, hand cut out by me.
Now I know people will spend $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 to get something customized like this. Your cost is fractions of that, right? Very small, pennies on the dollar, if you will, to get something this beautiful. That's amazing that you can put something this incredible, this unique, this artistic. This is a piece of art that people can own, customized for them. The one we've got in front of us right here, you can see that logo there. That's a merger of the Cardinals and the Blues, or something thereof, right?
Yeah.
And it gives that whole ambience of, like, if you're a baseball fan in St. Louis, or if you're a hockey fan in St. Louis, this is something people are going to really like.
It's my St. Louis Cardinals pit. It has the arch and the St. Louis skyline. It has a bald eagle that flies on the Missouri-Mississippi River, and it also has the steamboat paddle wheel drawn on the background. So it's a St. Louis themed fire pit.
And we've got a number of here over to behind me, and at this point I'll go ahead and take off my hat, just so a lot of times we just start off without the hat and then we say, all right, cool stuff going on here. Gonna wear that. Tell us about this one real quick. It's to my.
That's a Missouri pit. It has deer, cabin, canoeing, fish jumping in the lake, wolves howling, the moon, the Big Dipper. It has everything about Missouri, mid-America pit.
And one behind you, artistic also.
This is horses running, and I know how our horses back at home loved going and checking for fallen apples underneath the apple tree. So I drew an apple tree with apples. They even have wormholes in them. And horses enjoying life underneath the apple tree.
Cool.
I also put a bald eagle on it because we have bald eagles at home.
Okay, yeah, so make sure you stay in our shop. We head over there. Come on back over where you're right where you were. There you go. And so, I mean, these things this is just an amazing piece of architecture that people can add to their house. And so you'll make these custom for anybody. They've got a beautiful landscape in their backyard and they want to have a place to entertain and keep warm. Wow, this is really warm. Lots of heat come through here, obviously. But who do you make these for?
I make them for people that want a family heirloom that will be passed down from generation to generation to generation. Something that they've sat around, made memories, visits. That's people that are like sentimental people that love family time. That's who I make my fire pits for.
Well, unbelievable. So what is it that led you to this? One day you said, I know you had one, you started with the family. When did you decide to make this a full-time gig to where this is what you're doing now?
Recently, my mother has Alzheimer's, and so I've come home from the missionary field. I've been down on the Mexican border, down in Juarez, Chihuahua, El Paso, southern New Mexico. I've been down there for the last 5 years. And now my mother needs me here at home. So I just came home and I'm making fire pits on the side to support me while I'm here at home and helping Mom.
Well, that's very cool. Tell me a little bit about your passion. I mean, do you have an artistic background? What is it that led you to do the fire pit? Other than you talked about how your family thought we need to design one. Do you have an artistic background?
I've always drawn all my life, and I would never. I mean, the favorite class to go to school is art class, and
right.
That's so, I don't know why I love art class, so that was my favorite class throughout school, and I just love drawing and sketching, and I've done that throughout my time as a missionary, and now I'm here at home and I'm able to set and sketch and draw things that I enjoy.
So what is your passion? I mean, is that your passion, just creating something so neat? It's family heirloom, if you will. They can be very customized to represent the family, or they can have their name put in this, etc.?
Absolutely. You can put your names in it, or sayings, or a lodge name, or whatever. But my passion is helping people, helping people with life, and also drawing and making lasting memories.
Well, tell me, what is it that you get the most satisfaction when you've made one of these for somebody, deliver it to them? What kind of response do you get?
When you pull up to their place and they come around and look at their fire pit and they are so excited. Like coming here today, someone called me and said, would you pull off at the next exit? I want to stop and look at your fire pits. I stopped the truck on I-70 and let a gentleman, look at my fire pits. And then I go, and whenever I'm filling up with fuel, people come to the truck and say, oh, wow, these are so awesome.
So tell me, what are these made out of, so everybody understands a little bit about the construction?
This is 1/4-inch thick high carbon steel. They're recycled propane tank ends. And so I'm recycling metal that would be
thrown away
somewhere in a junkyard, and I'm putting them, making that quality, high quality of steel is what makes the fire pits last forever.
Well, what we really appreciate about what you're doing here is it's another item to help bring the family together. Your Little Castle show is all about the family and the pieces that make it so important. So quality time spent, and to have something that can actually be a discussion piece that brings the family together to say, this is so cool. I just want to sit in front of this thing just to say I've been right next to something that looks so awesome. And then have a discussion related to the whole family and what the kinds of memories that can be created when somebody's just having a good time out at their customized fire pit.
That's right. And I, years down the road, after you purchase or get a fire pit, your grandkids or your descendants or your neighbors, they're going to say, I want the fire pit. That is what I'm making you.
So how long does these things typically last? This is something that could last centuries.
I made one in 2013 is my first one made, and I've had hundreds and hundreds of fires in it, and it looks just like this. It does patina, that's part of it, but it's just a surface patina. And you can spray PAM cooking spray on it, or high temperature grill, black paint, whatever. But I call them forever pits.
All right, so here is Tom Davis again, going to share with us exactly the detail that goes into these fire pits. Tom, talk about these fire pits that you're about to show us.
Hey, so these fire pits are like imaginations that are in my own mind, like this fire pit up on the farm, way out in the country where you see the stars. And I'm like, oh, there's Orion. So this isn't just trees and stars, like there's Orion, there is his belt, and you're out there camping, there's a little tent, you're canoeing, the moon, this here's the Big Dipper, and in proportion, the Little Dipper is sitting on top of the Big Dipper. These two stars point to the North Star, there's a falling star, shooting star. So, I don't know, just little details. I remember going through the woods and crossing a tree that was over a creek. I put that in the fire pit as well. Just a pit that's full of details. And every now and then you get a valley of flowers. I put flowers in my pit. So just a lot of little details. This pit here is a pit that is kind of home. We had an apple tree and our horses loved coming underneath the apple tree, checking for apples. So I drew an apple tree. Some of the apples have wormholes in it, isn't it? Because that's life. And then also there on this apple, I have it so you got a bite out of it, and left it on the tree. So there's horses. This here's a St. Louis themed pit, the riverboat, the bald eagle that flies on those Mississippi, Missouri River, the Big Dipper that you often see here in the St. Louis sky, the St. Louis Arch and skyline, and of course on the other side is the Cardinals and the Blues. And to me, that's your St. Louis themed pit. Another thing I put on my fire pits is my name. So you see T-O-M, and then often I'm in there waving up in the tree. So this pit is a Missouri pit. It's the nice whitetail deer we have, the oak trees, walnut trees with a cabin, and then also it has canoeing with a fish jumping in the lake and the bald eagle and a Big Dipper and the moon, and of course the wolves are howling at the moon. And one of many questions I get asked with my fire pits is, do you do the Death Star? And I've always said, no, I don't do the Death Star. Do you do the Death Star? No. But look at all my other pits I do. Do you do the Death? So I did a Death Star fire pit. This is my first Death Star fire pit. So I am so happy that y'all kept saying, would you make a Death Star? So here is your Death Star fire pit. So these are fire pits that should last forever. They're 1/4 inch thick steel and artesian. Everything's hand drawn and hand cut out by me with passion, with love, enjoyment. I love what I do.
This is an unbelievable line of work that Tom's got right here. You can look at these fire pits, massive, sturdy, beautiful, artistic, and just awesome to behold. This is an amazing allotment here of some of the best artistic work I've ever seen, and we're just so proud to have Tom's Fire Pits on our show.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for more, everybody. Giddy up. Where can somebody get more information from you? How can they get one of these from you?
Tom'sFirePits.com, or like me on Facebook, Tom's Fire Pits, or Instagram. My number is 573-355-1621. Please call, text me, and I will make you your lasting family heirloom fire pit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are the little knick-knacky ones that you can get that I've already had rusted out, that I wasted my money on, and were a little cheaper. But when it comes down to something this beautiful, this long-lasting, this is amazing and so cool. I appreciate you brought it right to it live to our studio.
This is in your yard.
Or we can actually put this up because we've got a facility like this, and I would love to get something like this for our fire pit. For what we can do, we might do one on our deck. We might do one right down here in the backyard area. But beautiful presentation. This is so cool.
Thank you so much.
All right, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Stay tuned for more. Get a hold of Tom. This is an unbelievable piece of equipment right here that you can enjoy your family stories and heirloom, and something you will have forever. And it's really neat to have. Stay tuned. Get up.